I have never seen a better contrast in response to what is versus what is perceived in one's brain. I don't know this woman's name. I'm sure there is more you can share about this particular incident that I think was somewhere in Midtown Manhattan. But it really crystallized in that moment how absolutely effed up the Zionist ideology really is. And it was you and the Hasidic Jews that really did it. So
Berger,
yeah. So this is a nice throwback for a Throwback Thursday.
We come from Israel. Our people come from Israel. You have come your people.
Zionism is a political movement which is causing bloodshed. It is a bloodshed.
That's where our family is from. I'm from Israel. How can you hold that flag?
This is because the actions of the Zionist people, they are responsible for the bloodshed.
What are you talking about? That's our ancestors.
We lived in a beautiful peace.
What flag is that? How can you say that you're a Jew?
We lived in a beautiful peace with Palestinian people for hundreds of years.
How can you say that you're not a Jew? You're not a Jew. How dare you?
She's actually crying, like having a conniption fit.
She so reminds me of someone that I used to be friendly with, but had to fire because they were ovine and very into Hillary Clinton. But yeah, she really reminds me of somebody that I know.
No, she's having a full blown meltdown, and literally, I recall, because I look at all the comments, like very 0.001% of Zionists came out to defend it. Like no one came to defend this woman.
She's ridiculous.
Because she makes them go back. Continue with the clip. Go ahead.
No. But before we do, can you just set the scene? Okay, where in Manhattan was this? What was the whole setup for this particular?
Yeah, so this was at Union Square. It was a protest being put on by a Muslim-ran organization. And usually, like the Nura Karta Jews, those are like the ones in the black hats, usually show up. And you know, I'm always usually kind of like an enforcer at protests because I'm 6'2", I'm a big guy. I like to pop shit to the Zionists. So I'm always looking around, and usually what ends up happening is that the Zionists, they'll feel more comfortable talking shit to the Orthodox Jew first before they would someone who's Arab or Muslim, because they're like, oh, this guy's a Jew too. I can like say, you know, you're a terrorist, da da da. So I just noticed this argument going on, and then I just walked up into it, added into it, and I was like, just kind of chimed in, like, lady, we're all Jews here. And like, she couldn't process, like, mind you, she has tattoos, so she can't even be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Exactly.
And she has a baby stroller. She has her child with her who's like maybe 4 years old in a stroller. And she's carrying on like this with her child in the stroller next to her off camera. Like,
well,
you know, be making herself a victim, like, you know.
Well, don't
walk away, leave, you know.
Well, if you think she's upset, she gets even more upset. This gets even funnier.
They caused bloodshed. They caused rivers of bloodshed.
How can you say that you're Jewish? How can you shame your own people?
Who is a Jew?
We're Jews. This is our people.
He was against Judaism.
We're all Jews here. Right?
Yeah, so how are they saying that?
Because they believe in God. Jewish, I'm standing it.
I don't want that.
That's our country.
And the Talmud says it's not our country like that.
That is our country. How dare you say that about our own people? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, she's trying to grab my phone. Is there anything more Jewish than a bunch of Jews talking over each other? Like, you know,
as if the other people aren't there, though. And it's like you've got this very Ashkenazi versus Ashkenazi thing going on. This is like what a deli counter reminds me of. There's like a million people yelling, but somehow you know exactly who you're talking to.
It's Katz's, basically.
Jake, why did you have to, you know, she was getting along so well, getting in people's faces, and then you had to show up and she had to try to take a smack at you. What did you do?
I mean, I knew there were crocodile tears. That's why I started sort of making fun of her. Like, so as soon as I called her out, she threw away the crocodile tears and went for violence, trying to swipe at my phone and grab my phone and everything. And that's what they do. They're violent people. When they don't get their way, like, they're gonna lash out, and they're just very entitled. Like, you know, she came into, no one stopped her. She came into our space and started screaming at this Orthodox Jewish man who she has the nerve to say, I'm pretty sure he's probably a little more Jewish practicing than she is. He's probably like me, a cultural Jew who like doesn't actually observe kosher or Sabbath and things like that, you know,
and has tattoos.
Yeah, it has tattoos also, you know.
Well, more than anything else, the the one thing that we have noticed, and this has been probably one of the more telltale signs of Zionist behavior, they do not respect personal space, number one. And if they feel the need to get violent unprovoked, as she does, they'll take a swipe.
Oh, they'll put hands.
And what's even more amazing is that if you actually defended yourself, she took a swipe at you and you blocked her with your forearm, she would say that you hit her or that you did something wrong. Again, it's the mindset.
They're all a bunch of dorks. That's why, like, when people like, because I get, death threats like every day. I'm like, dude, honestly, like, they're full of shit. Like, they're all pussy. Like, they're just saying these things because they feel very strong behind the internet. But they're like, hit me, I'm gonna call my lawyer. Like, sorry, like Mort from Family Guy, like kind of shit, So
we'll finish it up.
This is not
So what's
Israeli. That guy, I think that was an Israeli passport he was waving.
Yeah.
Is that what he was waving?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure he was Israeli. That's he was like,
So-
I will save you.
So now she gets dragged away by this guy. Now you're saying that, because that's what I kept hearing, because I didn't see it, but apparently she had like a stroller and she
Yeah, she had like a 4-year-old child, like looked like a biracial child, like in the stroller.
It completely carried on like that.
I
in
mean,
front of
the kid wasn't crying or anything. The kid was just kind of looking up, like this is normal, like for him probably, like that. He wasn't even crying or anything. He was just sitting there, like sucking on a bottle or something like that, from what I recall. But
she was unhinged. That's unhinged. This person is clearly unhinged. And also, that can't be the only thing that she's unhinged about, right? Like, it isn't just that. Nobody acts like that about a protest. And like, nobody takes it that personally. Nobody does that. That's not normal.
It was performing. I mean, she was like, not a single tear was coming out of her eyes. Like, it was very Erica Kirkish,
Well, that's why, you have the content creators online, and the most prominent, or I wouldn't say prominent, but I would say the one that always stood out to me and always has, because he's such a piece of shit, is Ayal Yacobi. I mean, this guy's father is a tenured professor at my alma mater. Where'd I go again, Jen? I forgot. Where'd I go?
Rutgers.
I do that to her all the time. We have fun.
He thinks that it's so impressive that he went to Rutgers.
I'm not just, come on. You went to Northwestern. All right, stop it. But point is, this is a kid who acts like he's oppressed, and he grew up in Princeton. He grew up in a very nice community. He went to an Ivy school, and now I don't feel safe. And I'm thinking, you are hurting Jewish people on purpose for whatever cause you think you're fighting for. And that is why the importance of your voice, Jen's voice, David Cross. I mean, again, there are so many people that we could do. Joaquin Phoenix and what he's doing right now. There are very important members of the Jewish community who are stepping up. And then you have other content creators, friends of ours, like Katie Halper, who does amazing work. You can't say enough about how important it is to drive this narrative home, that Judaism and Zionism is not the same thing. And it is incumbent upon all of us, Jews and non-Jews, to say this, because the people who are depending upon the equating of Judaism and Zionism are people like that woman and anyone who seeks to continue the state of Israel, period. And our job is to try to unwind it as fast as possible.